Hi, my name is Candace, and today I would like to tell you about my journey through the NURS 472 leadership course and how it has impacted my growth and development as a leader. I'm going to tell you about an experience I had recently that led me to discover my AHA moment. The Merriam-Webster's Dictionary defines an AHA moment as a moment of sudden realization, inspiration, insight, recognition, or comprehension. George Bratt, a Forbes leadership author, describes this as a moment in one's life where one puts together things that had not been together before. The experience of this moment of insight not only helped me uncover my personal and professional areas of growth, strength, and improvement, but also to acknowledge how furthering my leadership attributes and abilities will contribute to my future successes in life. The Canadian Nurses Association defines leadership as a process that occurs within the minds of individuals who live in a culture and are in relationship with others. With nursing being a part of the most well-respected profession, Grossman and Valiga would say that with respect comes high expectations for leading those around you. Throughout this course, I was able to use self-awareness, self-assessment, and feedback to further explore the areas I wish to improve upon. The sources I will use are the Student Leadership Challenge by James Kouzes and Barry Posner, the New Leadership Challenge by Sheila Grossman and Teresa Valiga, and a personal anecdote from a former employee of mine, and some knowledge gained through the leadership practice samplers, to discuss my thoughts and beliefs on followership and leadership throughout this paradigm shift. By the end of this leadership development portfolio, I hope to infer that enabling others to act contributes to strong leadership of self and others, and is integral to my future nursing career. First, let me tell you about my AHA moment. Recently, I joined the grad committee for my nursing class. This committee was established to raise funds to plan a grad banquet and celebration for our cohort when we complete our Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. I originally joined the committee with the intention to offer my knowledge and experience in planning and organizing events, and to utilize the contacts I've established over the years to make our celebration the best it could be. When the committee was first created, I felt as though we had a very strong group of like-minded individuals who were all capable of taking action and mobilizing our goals. I felt empowered and inspired. My role in the committee was to be fundraising coordinator. I found this experience to be very much an example of living the lessons I've learned throughout the leadership course and have contributed to many opportunities for me to grow, develop, and explore my leadership abilities. One situation that stands out as particularly impactful occurred a few weeks ago while discussing a setback with a fellow committee member. I did not realize at first, however, what began as complaining and venting led me to what I believe was an opportunity to identify my area of growth and development and ultimately my AHA moment. As fundraising coordinator, it was established early on that I would work with other members of subcommittees to plan, organize, and execute fundraising projects and events. I realized quite quickly that although everyone was eager to participate and volunteer ideas, taking action and following through was a different story altogether. One afternoon, I left a committee meeting feeling extremely frustrated and disappointed. I felt as though the other committee members who pledged their commitment to our fundraising projects were not pulling their weight or performing the tasks they had agreed to complete. This lack of engagement caused me to react by just taking on the whole project myself. As I lost faith in the contribution of my followers, I stopped delegating and said out loud, "It'll just be easier if I do it myself." A few days later, I found myself questioning how things had gone so wrong, and why was it so difficult for others to fulfill their roles and responsibilities, and why was I the one getting stuck doing all the work? I met up with another committee member for coffee to discuss this further. I told her that my position on the committee was starting to cause me stress and anxiety. I was questioning my purpose and whether or not this position still served me. I described feeling frustrated, negative, and a sense of powerlessness, facing this daunting task of taking on the whole project of the Gradware fundraiser and silent auction myself. I perceived the subcommittee's lack of performance as laziness and disengagement, which ultimately led to a lack of trust between my followers and myself. As we discussed the situation, I realized that it was a pattern for me, that this was not the first time I ended up taking on most of the work when working in groups. I reflected on past leadership roles I had played and noted that when in a formal position of leadership, followers usually met my expectations of them. However, in informal roles, I would often offer to take on more than my share to past experiences of others not fulfilling their roles and responsibilities. It was then a light bulb went off. This was not a situation I was in, but a mindset. The best part about this awareness was that I had the power to change it, and by doing so, start to expand my collection of skills in dealing with these challenges.